Hi guys, so we'll solve one more problem for the absolute bending moment in case of simply supported beam. Let us suppose this is the simply supported beam AB, in which this load system is traversing along this beam. Okay, so we need to find the what will be the maximum absolute moment will generate for in this beam. Okay, when this load system will traverse along this beam, right? So for that, first we need to find what will be the resultant of this force system and where this resultant will act with respect to any of these loads. Okay, so total resultant force I can calculate. I is nothing but it will be 8 plus 6 plus 4, which will be 18 kilonewton, because all the loads are acting in downward direction. So now we need to find what will be the position of this resultant load, okay, with respect to any of this load. So I'm assuming I'm calculating the position of this load, position of this resultant, where it will act with respect to this point, okay, this point, or you can say that this load, right? So let us suppose if this is point 1. So I'm taking the moment about point 1, okay, due to these forces. So I can write 8 into 0 plus 6 into 3 plus 4 into 4.5, and which will be equal to the resultant force, resultant Fr into x. Okay, so let us suppose the resultant is acting over here and this is the x distance, right? So the resultant force is 18 into x, moment will be 18 into x, so this value will be 6 into 3 plus 4 into 4.5. So the value will be 36. Okay, so if we divide, so the x will be 2 meter. Okay, so you can see that this value of this x will be 2 meter, right? Now let us assume, now in the second part we'll assume under which load, we don't know under which load the maximum moment will come. Okay, so first I'm assuming that the maximum load is coming under the 6 kilonewton load, maximum bending moment is coming under the 6 kilonewton load. Okay, so if we are assuming that the maximum bending moment occurs under 6 kilonewton load. Okay, so if the maximum bending moment is occurring under the 6 kilonewton load, we have that general theorem is like that load, 6 kilonewton load, and the resultant load should act at an equidistance from the center. Okay, so if this is the beam and this is the center line, this distance is 4 meter, 4.5, and this is 4.5. Okay, so the distance between this resultant and this 6 kilonewton load will be 2 minus of 3 minus of 2, which will be 1 meter. Okay, so if this is 6 kilonewton load, this will be our resultant. Right, and these both distances are equal. Both distance will be equal. So I can write 2x equals to 1. So x will be 0.5 meter. Okay, so this distance is 0.5. Okay, now from the 6 at a distance of 1.5, there will be one load, 4 kilonewton. This distance is 0.5 and this distance is 1.5. Okay, so this remaining distance will be 4.5 minus of 2, that is 2.5. So this distance is 2.5 meter, right? So somewhere here 8 kilonewton load will act, and this distance between 8 kilonewton load and 6 kilonewton load is 3 meter. Right? If this is 3 meter, this distance will be 2 meter. And from the center it will be, this is 2.5. Okay, from the center. If this is 2.5, then this distance will be 2 meter. Okay, so this is the positioning of the load. Or in the clear picture, I'll draw another diagram. So this is 8 kilonewton load. This distance is 2 meter. This is 6 kilonewton load, and here it is 4 kilonewton load. So this distance is 2.5. This is 1.5. And this is 3. Right? So this is the load system this is the positioning of the load which we are getting. And for this positioning of the load, the maximum moment will come under the 6 kilonewton load. Okay. So now we need to find what will be the maximum or what will be the moment under this 6 kilonewton load. For that, we need to find what will be our RA and RB. Okay. So if you want to find, I can write RA into 9, 4.5, 2.7. Okay, RA into 9 is equals to 8 into, this is 3, 1.5, 4, 8 into 7 plus 6 into 4 plus 4 into 2.5. Okay, so 8 into 7 plus 6 into 4 plus 4 into 2.5 divided by 9. So RA comes out to be 10 kilonewton. Okay, so RA comes out to be 10 kilonewton, right? So this value is 10 kilonewton. Now we want to find what will be the moment under this 6 kilonewton load. So the moment, if we draw the free body diagram, it will look like this: M absolute moment under 6 kilonewton load. So here will be 8 kilonewton load. So I can write M absolute under 6 kilonewton load will be 10 into this distance 5, 6.5. 10 into 5 minus 8 into 3. So the value comes out to be this 50 minus of 24. So 50 minus of 24 will be 26 kilonewton meter. 26 kilonewton meter. So this is the value it is coming when we are considering that the maximum moment is coming under this 6 kilonewton load. Okay, one more thing I would like to discuss is that here the students can make a mistake over here. One mistake students can make while solving this problem. We have calculated the resultant force. Okay, resultant force at this location. This is, let us suppose this is resultant force is acting at this point, right? The resultant of this force system. Now someone can ask why we are calculating the positioning of these loads. We can directly calculate the moment by using this FR force. Okay, we already know the position of this FR load. From the center it is acting at a distance of 0.5 in the left side. So this distance is nothing but 4 meter. Okay, so someone can ask, we already know the load positioning of this FR load. Why not calculate the due to this system? Okay, moment due to this system. We'll save our time by using. If we'll use this thing. Okay, but I would like to tell you that if you calculate the moment under the 6 kilonewton load due to this system, it will give you a false result. Okay, the result will not be correct. Why? Because we are calculating the positioning of the load system with respect to this point A, not with respect to this point A. We are calculating the positioning of this load system with respect to point 8. That's why this system won't give you the correct result. Okay, if you calculate the moment under the 6 kilonewton load, let us suppose the 6 kilonewton load is acting at this point. So if you want to calculate the moment under the 6 kilonewton load, you will need to find this complete positioning of each and every load. Okay, where this load is acting, where 8 kilonewton load is acting, 6 kilonewton load is acting, 4 kilonewton load is acting. Because while calculating the positioning of the resultant load, you calculated the positioning of the resultant load with respect to this 8 kilonewton load. Okay, that's why this system will give you wrong, this thing will give you wrong result. Okay, remember that, right? So now the maximum moment comes under the 6 kilonewton load. The value is 26 kilonewton load. Now we'll calculate what will be the maximum bending moment under the 8 kilonewton load. Why? Because the 8 kilonewton load is heavy load, so we want to check it. Okay. So now let us assume that maximum bending moment occurs under 8 kilonewton load. So if this is the case, then the location of the resultant and the 8 kilonewton force should be equidistant from the center. Okay, so if this is the beam and this is the center line, so 8 kilonewton load will act here, let us suppose. Okay, and our resultant, this is the resultant, right? So you can see that the distance between the 8 kilonewton load and the resultant is 2 meter. Okay, so this, if this is x, this will also be x. So 2x will be 2 meters, so x will be 1 meter. So this distance is nothing but 1 meter from center line. 8 kilonewton load will act at a distance 1 meter from the center. Okay, again same. This is resultant. This resultant will act at a distance 1 meter from the center. Okay, so if this is the case, so at a distance of 2 meter from the center, what this 6 kilonewton load will act, and at a distance of 1.5 meter from 6 kilonewton, this 4 kilonewton load will act. Okay, so this distance will be 3.5 because the distance of support A from the center is 4.5 meter. Okay, so this is the positioning of the load for which we'll get the maximum moment under the 8 kilonewton load. Okay, so let us draw this beam again. This is the beam. So 8 kilonewton load will act at this point. The distance is 3.5 meter. Then 6 kilonewton load will act, and here the 4 kilonewton load will be there. Okay, so this is 4.5, this is 6.5. This distance will be 6.5 and this distance will be 8. Now we'll find what will be our RA reactions at RA and RB. So I can write the equation RA into 9 equals to 8 into, or RB into 9 equals to 8 into 3.5 plus 6 into 6.5 and plus 4 into 8. Okay, so from here RB comes out to be 8 into 3.5 plus 6 into 6.5 plus 4 into 8. So from here RB comes out to be 11 kilonewton, and then RA will be 18 minus of 11 will be 7 kilonewton. Okay, so if this is the case, then RA is 7 kilonewton. So now moment under 8 kilonewton load will be, again this will be the free body diagram. This is M absolute under 8 kilonewton load. This is RA. Okay, so RA into 3.5 equals to M absolute 8. Okay, so RA into 3. RA is 7 into 3.5 equals to M absolute, right? So the value comes out to be 7 into 3.5, which is nothing but M absolute under 8 kilonewton load is 24.5 kilonewton meter. Okay, so you can see that the value of this the maximum bending moment is coming under the 6 kilonewton load. Okay, I think I removed that value. I removed that value. Okay, so I'll see what's the value. Okay, so when we calculated the bending moment of under the 6 kilonewton load, it comes out to be 26 kilonewton meter. 26 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is the value, right? This is the value we get previously. Okay, which I have rubbed. Okay, so now as you can see that the maximum bending moment is coming under the 6 kilonewton load, right? So what is in the previous lectures we have seen that the maximum bending moment is coming under the heavier load, but here you can see that the maximum bending moment is coming under the heavier load, which is not the heaviest load. Basically it is less than 8 kilonewton load. Okay, so but this load is not very less, is not very less than 8 kilonewton load. This 6 kilonewton load is not much less than 8 kilonewton load, and the resultant is also close to 6 kilonewton load. That's why the maximum bending moment is coming for the 6 kilonewton load. Okay, under the 6 kilonewton load. So this thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, you need to check for this load also and this load also. Don't think that the maximum bending moment will come under the maximum load, right? So you need to keep these things in mind. Okay, and again you can check for 4 kilonewton load also. The value will become less. Okay, so this is the problem I want to discuss. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this, you can write in the comment section. Okay guys, thank you very much.